Nuclear reactor. Nuclear reactor is a device which converts nuclear energy into electrical energy or mechanical energy. Different parts of nuclear reactor. That is, first one is fuel rods. Fuel rods are aluminum cylinders which are filled with fissionable materials like thorium and uranium. These are inserted in carbon blocks. And the second one is moderators. Generally, the neutrons generated in a nuclear fission process are called prompt neutrons. Those are having high velocity. To make slow down these neutrons, they use moderators. Moderators are made of heavy water or graphite. The fast moving neutron take elastic collision with heavy water or graphite atoms and they lose their energy and they become slows down. The slow moving neutron is used to sustain chain reaction. And third one is control rods. Control rods are made of cadmium or boron, and these rods are start absorbing the neutrons, then it can control the chain reaction. Suppose if chain reaction, if you want to increase the chain reaction, can pull these control rods out of the nuclear reactor, then chain reaction is improved. So by adjusting these control rods into the carbon blocks and out of the carbon blocks, we can control the number of neutrons by absorbing the neutrons. So this control rods controls the chain reaction. Next, coolant. Coolant, a suitable liquid like water and liquid sodium, help to carry the heat energy generated inside the nuclear reactor to outside. That heat energy passes through a water chamber and due to high temperature the water get evaporated and form steam at high pressure. That steam is passing through a turbine that causes a mechanical rotation. And this turbine is connected to a generator, electrical generator that convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. So throughout total process, if you see, and here heat energy is generated inside the nuclear reactor, that will be converted to mechanical pressure energy here. The pressure energy convert into mechanical rotational energy convert into electrical energy. And other one is here, that is shielding. There are two layers of shielding is there for nuclear reactor. So inside lead shielding, which stops the radiation coming from nuclear fuel. So whenever nuclear reaction takes place, alpha, beta, gamma like radiation particles are comes outside which are harmful for normal life. These are stopped by lead shielding, lead shell. Lead blocks are arranged around the nuclear reactor. The lead shielding or lead blocks are surrounded by a thick concrete walls. These concrete walls stops the explosion energy coming from the nuclear reactor. Now we'll see what is working of nuclear reactor. A neutron enter into fuel rods and nuclear reaction takes place, fission process takes place. That will be adjusted by control rods and fast moving neutrons will be slowed down by moderators and to provide chain reaction. Whatever the heat energy generated, that is carried out by coolant. The heat energy which comes outside, that converts water into steam at high pressure. The steam rotates turbine and which is connected with the electrical generator. From there you get electrical energy outside. Critical size. To sustain chain reaction, the nuclear fuel must have some minimum size. That what we call critical size. For example, take a nuclear fuel of certain size which is generating number of neutrons n is proportional to its volume, nothing but proportional to r cube. To remove that proportionality, they use n is equal to k1 r cube. Simultaneously, some number of neutrons are absorbed by the material. The number of neutrons absorbed by the material they give as A. A is directly proportional to volume and directly proportional to r cube. So here number of neutrons absorbed A is equal to proportionality constant K2 into r cube. Some number of neutrons are and leave the material from the surface. So here number of neutrons are left the material, L is proportional to r square because surface area proportional to r square, so L is equal to K3 into r cube. K3 is another constant. Suppose here N is less than A plus L. Number of neutrons generated is less than number of neutrons absorbed and left from the material. That is N minus A by L is less than 1. We can say the process or chain reaction is going to stop. This is under critical condition or subcritical condition. Suppose if N is greater than A plus L, we can say chain reaction is in progressive and it improves. Suppose for example, we can take N minus A by L. N is K1 r cube and A is K2 r cube, L is K3 r square. After solving, we get K1 minus K2 by K3 into R. This K1 minus K2 by K3 can take a new constant as K into R. This Kr is called minimum size of the nuclear fuel. K here constant and Kr is minimum size. R you can think like a radius, minimum radius of the nuclear fuel to improve the chain reaction. Suppose N minus A by L is greater than 1. That is, the mass is greater than critical mass. Then the chain reaction takes place uncontrollable. And two types of chain reactions are there, controlled and uncontrolled. What is uncontrolled chain reaction? Number of neutrons multiplied like a geometric progression and a huge amount of energy releases in the short time. This principle they use in atom bomb. What is controlled chain reaction? And amount of heat energy released or amount of nuclei disintegrated is constant. There are three different types of nuclear reactors. First one is research reactors, which are used for research of isotopes. Second one, breeder reactor, which converts a non-fissionable material convert into fissionable. Fissionable means fuel. Example here they gave uranium-238 is non-fissionable. By adding neutron convert into 92-239. After that it is converted into plutonium. This is breeder reactor. And third one is a power reactor. Power reactor, by using controlled chain reaction, the nuclear energy will be converted into electrical energy. Suppose here they gave that capital E is the energy given by each fission. For example, for uranium 200 MeV it gives. Suppose small n is the number of fissions by time. Then what you get? Total energy. So number of fissions n into energy given for each fission, that you get total energy by total time t gives power. These type of reactors we have in India, those are given below. You see power reactors, and power generated by using power reactors P is equal to Ne by T, where E is energy released in each fission process, that is approximately 200 MeV, and N is the number of fissions, and T is the time taken. So N is a number of fissions. Suppose from this equation, what you can write, a number of fissions, N is equal to P into T by E we can write. If we know number of fissions, from that we can calculate how many number of moles of the fuel required. Number of moles, small n, is equal to number of fissions by Avogadro number. Number of fissions by Avogadro number. So here N value, you can substitute this value here, we get like this. So after getting number of moles, how much mass of the fuel required? So mass of the fuel required is M is equal to, what you can say, N into number of moles into molecular weight, that is P2 into M by En, where Na is Avogadro number and M is molecular weight of the fuel. So different cases they can ask sometimes how many nuclei are required to maintain power for 1 hour. You have to calculate N value. Sometimes they ask how many moles of the fuel required. Sometimes they ask how much mass is required for 1 day, for 1 month, for 1 year. Like that they can ask questions. Okay, then we can use these formulas.